Hello, welcome to this yin and restorative stretch and savasana class. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you're able to give me a heart or some mention in the comment to let me know, I appreciate it. My name is Tina, and I am very grateful to be able to do this on Insight Timer. I add a class every time I get donations on days I get donations, so I really appreciate everybody who has donated. Today we are going to practice the first half. Thank you, Amber. The first half of the class, we're going to do some yin poses. So in these poses, we'll hold each of them for a few minutes. You can see my cat has already started the class, looking to get extra credit. So any kind of props that you have, maybe some blankets, bolster, maybe blocks, anything that can support your pose as you're into it. And I always say, move at your own pace. Uncomfortableness, especially in yin, is pretty common. But if it's pain, back off. Only do what your body is requesting of you, and try to enjoy your time. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start on our bellies in a reverse corpse pose, just to kind of get grounded onto our mats, get focused on what we're doing in our poses here. I'll have to move my mic. So allow yourself to release down onto the ground and maybe even bring your forehead down. You can support it with your hands if you would like, or you can allow yourself to come down or on your chest, on your chin. This pose really allows us to feel the ground in a way that we don't usually do. So let yourself find a way to get comfortable in this reverse corpse pose for just a few minutes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Allow it to come in and out without judgment. And arrive on your mat. And now very gently take an inhale and an exhale. Let it go. And we'll start our next pose. We're going to come up into Sphinx with a half frog leg pose. So for your Sphinx, you may want to bring your blanket to support just underneath your chest, and then you have your elbows in front of your support, or you can skip the support altogether. Rolling your shoulders back, chest forward. Start to bend your left knee out to the side. I'll bend this one so you can kind of see, bringing it directly out from your hip. And then keeping your chest forward, chin parallel to the ground. And we'll stay in this pose for about 3 minutes. Yin is a way to get your body to release. A lot of times we're holding poses or we're holding our bodies very tightly. It's a way to keep us safe. But in Yin, our body starts to learn to release and become safe and know it is safe. One more minute here. Remember at any time if you need to allow your breath to go to the parts that are a little stiff, you can release your exhales out of your mouth or even have a little bumblebee breath or a hum. Sometimes helps your body release. And from here, very gently and very slowly, start to straighten your bent leg back to meet the other leg. And then release your chest down, maybe come onto your hands with your forehead. And feel the changes that have occurred in your body. We're going to start to press ourselves up, making our way to the other leg. So bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders in Sphinx, rolling your shoulders back, bending your opposite knee out toward the right with your outside of your knee down toward the earth. And remember, each side may feel different. This hip feels a lot different to me. And just explore that. Trying to find stillness as your body starts to relax into this pose, or at least release. A little over halfway there right now. And from here, very, very gently start to straighten your bent leg, bringing your knee back down to the ground, your leg back behind you. And then lower your chest down, maybe allowing your forehead to relax on your hands. And take a few breaths here. And notice how you feel. As you're ready, start to press yourself up, maybe roll over to one side. If that's more comfortable, bend your knees and make your way back up to seated. And then from here, bring your legs out in front of you. You can have something under your sit bones if that might feel more comfortable. Reaching your legs out in front of you. And then from here, take your left leg, crossing it over, bending the foot back, stacking your knees as close to on top of each other as works for you. And then from here, allow your chest to come forward when you find your edge. Allow yourself to fold. Might have a little rounded back, that's fine. Support yourself with your hands and allow your body to start to release. Go ahead and stay in that fold, folding over, trying to find stillness and allowing your body to release as it's ready. I'm going to make a note in the comments. As you're ready, very gently, very slowly start to press your hands into the earth, bringing them closer to your body to start bringing yourself up very slowly. Coming to sit up, release that leg forward. Take a moment. Notice how that feels. And coming to the other side, bending your, it's going to be my right knee this time, crossing it over on top of the left. Remembering for that bottom leg, if as you're folding or even before, we don't want any tightness behind that knee, so you can always bend it a little bit or place a blanket underneath it if it's uncomfortable. And then as you're ready, fold towards your front knee. Very gently start to press yourself up, bringing your hands closer to your body as your shoulders rise up. Moving very slowly, bringing your legs out. Noticing if you feel more of a balance here. From here, reach your arms back behind you and bring your feet together into a butterfly pose. Finding where it feels most comfortable for you as far as how far away your heels are from the center of your body. And then start to press yourself up, shoulders over your hips. And then as you exhale, bring yourself forward. Find your support here, and then when you find your edge, fold forward towards your feet. You can round your spine here and release. You may want your blocks to support your head here. It's up to you. Very, very gently here, start to press your hands into the ground, bringing your shoulders up. Your hands come in towards your body. Take a moment. Bring your hands back behind you. Point your knees up. You can even help your knees to come up if you'd like. And then bring your hands back. And sway your knees from side to side. One more yin pose before we get to our restorative poses. I like to have blocks in front of me for this one. It's a straddle. Your legs out to the sides at your comfort level. And then we're going to be folding forward. So if you need to stack some blocks or have a bolster in front of you, feel free to do so. If you have the bolster in front of you, you can tip it up and allow your head to come forward. It's a little bit more of a restorative, but for me, because I have a little bit flexibility there, or if you're able to come down further, maybe stacking your blocks. As you're ready here, start to press your hands into the ground, bringing them closer to your body as your shoulders come up. Taking a moment, maybe reaching underneath your knees to help bring your knees up, and then sway your knees from side to side, coming into your windshield wipers. From here, make your way onto your back, finding a comfortable lying down pose just for a moment to kind of let everything settle in. So coming back into a shavasana, rolling your shoulders back, keeping your palms up, and allow yourself to just scan your body here. Notice how it's feeling after those yin stretches. Now from here, bend your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a nice hug here. You can either stay still or you can rock or make circles, whatever feels good for you. And then from here, we're going to come into a twist. So to make this restorative, you could reach your arms out, maybe have your one of your arms, say your right arm, on a blanket, and then release your legs over to your left side, maybe being supported by a blanket or a bolster or block. And allow yourself to rest here, finding the least effort, finding the way to make this pose effortless or very little effort. And breathe. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Slowly begin to bring your knees up over your chest as you lay back. Maybe hugging your knees into your chest for a moment. And then taking the twist to the other side. Maybe moving your props to make it more comfortable. Releasing your knees down. Keeping your arms reaching out. Maybe your arms are supported by a blanket as well. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Roll your body toward your bent knees, maybe removing your prop if you have something underneath those knees. And then take your top hand, press yourself up gently, moving into our next position. From here, we're going to come into a supported puppy dog pose. So you can have a blanket out in front of you, maybe a blanket under your knees if that may feel more comfortable. And you can bring a bolster back behind you. Might feel comfortable.
Really bring your chest forward and releasing down. Maybe your forehead comes down to the ground. Maybe the chin with your chest pressed up there. Maybe putting your hands
Underneath your forehead. And breathe. If supported puppy is not your thing, feel free to go into a child's pose, maybe with the bolster out in front of you.
take a deep inhale Exhale, let it go. Gently start to press yourself up, bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders, raising your hips up. Maybe adding a mini cat-cow here, just to release your back. And make your way over to one hip. And take a full minute here to get into your favorite Savasana pose. I'm showing one setup here where you can have one blanket, thin blanket for your head, and then your shoulder blades will come in the flat part, and then you'll be laying back, and then maybe your knees are on top of a bolster. You can cover yourself with a blanket if you have one. Take this time to get into a comfortable position. This is a heart opening pose, so your arms can be reaching out to the sides. You have that little support just around your mid back. And in this one, your shoulders are on the ground. You can skip this part here if you'd rather just have a traditional Shavasana with your arms down to your sides. And you can, of course, have your legs all the way down on the ground with your toes pointing out. Or you can have your knees bent, feet on the ground, knees tracking together, feet to the outside of the mat if that's more comfortable for your back. Whatever it is, take another 30 seconds here to really find your most comfortable Shavasana, to allow everything that you've done in the last hour to really sink into your body. Allow your feet to feel heavy and to release and relax. Release any tension from your ankles or your knees. Allow your legs to feel heavy and supported by the earth. Feel your seat being supported by the ground. Release any tension from your hips. Soften your belly. Soften your chest. Allow your collarbones to relax. Release any tension from your shoulders all the way down your arms. Releasing and relaxing each fingertip. Release any tension from your throat. Relax your jaw. Maybe remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften that space between your eyebrows. And then soften your entire face. Quiet your mind. Relaxing, releasing, and letting go. Bring length back to your breath. Touch each fingertip to your thumb, noticing an increased awareness of a quiet mind. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Roll your head from side to side, bringing movement back into your body and bringing your mind back into the space with us together. When the time is right for you, bend your knees in towards your chest and then roll over to one side in a fetal position for a last moment of quiet and stillness, using your lower arm as a pillow. Thank yourself for making it to the mat today, for allowing yourself to stretch and release and relax, knowing that time at rest is never wasted. As you're ready, press yourself up into a seated position as you're ready. I'll close out our practice here by saying I am very grateful to all of you. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice today. I hope you have a peaceful and powerful week. Namaste. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us today. I really appreciate it. I am a full-time yoga teacher, so this is how I make my living, so any donations are certainly appreciated. I'm beginning my schedule for the next month, for May, so if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see, feel free to drop me a message on the app, and I'll see what I can do. I'm seeing what times and things work best for my schedule and for yours. So I hope that you have a great rest of your day and you feel relaxed and renewed and ready to take it on. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again soon. Bye. Thank you, Amber. Oh, thank you so much for all the hearts.